Now, there have been warnings reported today in The Guardian from two countries on NATO's border that Russia is preparing a provocation against the Baltic countries or Poland in order to test the resolve of the alliance. We've seen activity before, last September, for example, when NATO sent jets in response to 19 Russian decoy drones which crossed into Polish airspace. Well, earlier today, I spoke to Baiba, Latvia's foreign minister. I asked her how worried she was about the reports of provocation from Russia.
We clearly see that in terms of military capabilities, Russia doesn't have those to challenge NATO. But that's why this subconventional warfare, which is the cybers, the disinformation, hostile information attacks, as in Britain, we saw attempts at arson, on prime minister's properties. These types of things will be something that we will continue seeing in all the nations.
And do you have concerns about it escalating, that wider picture of that low-level provocation?
We have to really pay attention to also these low-level provocations, because those are actual peoples that they are somehow in our countries. So we have to make sure that we don't issue visas to Russians we don't know.
So that's the people carrying out arson attacks, for example?
Of course, that we know of the connections. We have to be very relying also on our internal security services to make sure that they protect us as citizens in our countries. And also ourselves, we have to invest in our own hygiene of information space, not to believe all types of crazy disinformation theories. So there is a whole set of what we call resilience and internal security matters for our societies that I think we need to trust ourselves to be doing.
Do you think Russia is trying to provoke NATO to invoke Article 5?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Russia is trying to split our societies, to get within our political systems, to influence elections, to influence our minds. Kremlin wants to get in our heads and basically stop us believing that we can be successful or that we are strong or economically viable. They want to split us to sort of hollows this political center which makes decisions for increase of budget for security defense or for support to Ukraine or for any difficult decisions at all. So split societies, everybody arguing with each other, not trusting ourselves, not trusting our democracies, our governments, that's the best sort of scenario for Russia. So we have to be very sure we understand that.
And do you get the feeling that they are getting more desperate in Russia, in the Kremlin? I wonder whether there's a correlation between how the war with Ukraine is going and any of this.
I don't know about despair, but what we clearly see is that Russia cannot fulfill its political objectives, which was to subjugate Ukraine through military means. Up till now, it's more than 4 years of the war that Russia was sort of planning to be a few days of war. And Ukraine is not going to give up. It's their country, it's their future, it's their people's future, and they are fighting for that. But we also don't see a sign that Russia is ready to give up those objectives. So we have to force Russia through sanctions, through very much supporting Ukraine, through isolating Russia internationally, to stop it being successful in international fields, whether that's sports or Venice Biennale or international exhibitions, but also in international organizations. And that's with a very strong purpose to bring peace to Europe, because it's enough of this war. It's enough.
That was Baiba, Latvia's foreign minister.